Pro Wrestling Weekly. For over 20 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment radio talk.
WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly,
the longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
You really do sound like a
grizzled old vet. Is that where you were going with there?
Yes.
To not get you in trouble?
Oh, I'll get in trouble at some point. Believe me, I'll do something.
Well, to keep you out of trouble in this case, at least.
And now, here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Ooh, I'm getting good at this radio thing.
Yeah. It only took you 5.5 years.
I'm not good at it yet. I'm starting.
Yeah.
Only slightly.
Slowest escalator upward.
Shut up!
There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you alongside Twitch and Mitch. The gang's all here.
Hey, glad to be back.
Take it away, Penny. Yeah.
Take it away.
You don't. It's a SpongeBob reference. The gang's all here. Take it away. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. How did you not get that one?
Took me a second. It just took a second to register, you know?
It's so nice to be back alongside Mitch.
Wow, Twitch Nicholson here today, apparently.
Oh, no.
I don't know, just your voice sounded very Jack Nicholson-esque.
Oh, it wasn't even intentional.
No.
I'm not even trying to do like a Fred Travellina awful impersonation.
Oh, that's...
It's rather clear he stunk at it.
Okay, that wasn't one of his better ones, I'll admit. I don't know. I mean, not everybody can be Rich Little. Or
he had
Frank
some good ones
Caliendo.
too. I was listening
Seth
to
MacFarlane.
I was listening to a certain radio show from back in the day, and one of the people, let's call him Tony, right? One of the
Okay.
I don't know. Radio's changed so much, so I don't know if we're even allowed to mention those.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're good with keeping the cover
Let's
here.
call him
Yeah,
Tony.
Let's call him Tony.
He also does a lot of great impressions, and he said, some people just get by being able to say one or two words as a certain person. Let's just say George Bush, for instance. All people need to do is and they think if that's good enough, they can do that impersonation. And as long as they keep going people will know that they're doing George Bush when the rest of their George Bush impersonation stinks. It stinks.
You're gone for 1 week, and you're just back firing on all cylinders, and then some.
Indeed.
Oh, that's what it is. It's the...
No, it's not the V8 energy.
It's not the energy drink that you have there?
No. Pure, unadulterated rage. Professionalism and rage. It's a nice combination. Thank you, Mitch. Smartest decision you'll make all shows laughing at my joke.
I was just giving it time so I could soak it up later, because that is very drop-worthy. That might have to go. That might have to go into an open later.
Oh, it
Professionalism
should.
and rage. Yeah, that's
Professionalism and rage. You're listening to Pro Wrestling Weekly. Professionalism and rage. That's our tag. That's our tagline. Yeah.
I can't tell from here if Ted if he is just face palming or laughing head in hands or a little bit of both.
Probably both.
Love
you, Ted.
Probably both.
I love you, Ted.
All right, well,
light.
We're trying to keep things light and upbeat because, well, to start things off,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here it comes.
Yeah, where's
what a wonderful week it's been. With bitter sarcasm.
Yeah, I guess there's really no other way to put it, I guess. I don't know. Where's... I know we haven't heard from this guy in a while. I guess he's probably better to put it than we can here.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Yeah, a little Bad News Barrett reference.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, a couple of notable deaths in the headlines for the week here. First, we'll go chronologically here for, or we could go ladies first. I don't know which would be. It's kind of, pick your...
I don't really know if courtesy matters in this
Yeah,
sense.
no. We'll go chronologically in this case, I guess. So first, this past Saturday, Cesar Gonzalez Barron, who wrestled in WCW in the mid to late 90s all the way up till 2000 as Silver King.
He was also the main antagonist in the movie Nacho Libre.
Yes.
He was?
I was
Yeah.
I was getting there. but yes.
For some reason, I always thought it was Mil Mascaras, but it was indeed Silver King. Yeah.
I am yet to
Yes.
see that.
Well,
You should see it.
Yeah, he died while wrestling a match with Juventud Guerrera at a Lucha Libre event in East London and at Camden Roundhouse. He had collapsed in the ring, suffering a heart attack. Okay. Yeah, and let's see. He also, as mentioned by Twitch here, he had starred as the villain Ramses in the Jack Black movie Nacho Libre.
Yes.
But yeah, having a heart attack in the middle of the ring, that's...
Yeah. It's people were sharing the video around social media, which they probably shouldn't have. I mean, there is a certain James Norton, comedian, had a good point, and he said we are just voyeuristic in nature as human beings, but there should be a limit in this case. Yeah, I saw the video. I didn't realize what I was watching until I saw the caption, and people should not share that around social media.
Well, you mentioned the voyeuristic nature of people. There's also the curiosity factor, which, not that I'm saying that it's good by any means, but I mean, to give you a point of context, because you were one when this went on, but there was a lot of that same curiosity and people almost hunting.
With Owen Hart. Yeah.
I was getting to there. I
Sorry,
build
sorry.
these things out here, and
I'm
you're just
sorry.
like right to the point.
I'm sorry. I'm trying.
I'm like talking all about
been a weird
Silver
week.
King here, and you're just like, he croaked. Like, we get it. I'm getting there.
Sorry. Long
I
week.
know you're
Very long
the
week.
energy drink. You're just trying to get everything out in one go here.
It's really more the professionalism and rage.
It's more of the it's
And
about
other
40-60.
And
It's about
other things.
40-60, one to the other.
The energy drink has nothing to do with it. Let's put it that way.
Just trying to get everything in like your matches.
Oh, that was just tawdry and wrong. How dare you? Unfair.
I will admit it was tawdry. I will not admit it was wrong.
Oh, I didn't say wrong in the factual sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still won't admit to it. Had to bring it back here a little bit.
You do you, man. It's cool. We'll talk about it during the break.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're not making light of this, but we are just trying to get through awful news like this. I mean, the only thing that I can think that outside of a wrestling realm where there was a considerably misfortunate heart attack, not that there's ever a fortunate one, but with Red Fox, who was known for playing Sanford and Son and was legitimately having a heart attack, and people thought that he was going. They thought he was going into his, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you, honey.
Yeah.
And until it was too late.
Yeah, I was actually talking to who was I? I was driving around with one of my friends the other day, and I was telling him that same thing. I was like, that's a scary thing when people start to take your act. Like, that's the, when you overplay your act too much, that's when people start to that's where it might start to bite you in the butt a little bit. Not saying that he had it coming or he deserved it. It's just like, I mentioned that exact scenario though. Of it was just an unfortunate incident where.
Yeah, and he was only 51 years of age. That's
really?
The other.
What year did he? He always looked like 70.
Well, way to speak nicely of the deceased.
I'm not saying that as he just. Whatever. I'll shut up.
Fair enough. But as if that wasn't bad enough, Then we got the bombshell dropped on us just within the last, 36 hours?
Yeah.
Roughly. It was reported that former 2005 WWE Diva Search winner Ashley Massaro died on Thursday, and reports are still... there's a little bit of hit or miss, but it appears to be from a suicide.
Yeah, I sure heard about. Yep, I heard about this one.
Yeah, Massaro, she had worked for WWE from 2005 to 2008, including being on the cover of Playboy magazine back when WWE endorsed and promoted such a thing. They dare not do that now.
It's been a while.
Since they've said they're sorry. No? Okay.
Times have changed.
Yeah. And she also represented the company on the reality show Survivor China.
Really? Wait.
The country, not the wrestler.
Well,
Just for point of clarity.
Yeah.
And she also guest starred on the TV series Smallville as a villain alongside Kane.
I'm not surprised, but I'm surprised.
Yeah, no, she did. I think she did a lot more for ambassadorship for WWE than, I mean, she was probably most notably wrestling wise involved in WrestleMania 23.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm sure that match was a. Right, I'm not even going to make a joke.
Yeah, no, it was
at the time.
Well, it was around that whole Playboy time frame. We'll leave it at that.
Did it have something to do with something along the lines of like when the Miller Lite twins were at Mania 19?
In a similar vein, yes.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah, it was definitely a different time and a mostly different audience. Mostly. But yeah, Massaro dying just 10 days before her 40th birthday. She was only 39.
It's rough. Depression and those sort of topics are very. It's very rough. From personal experience, it's just. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and this is something that has been echoed throughout many circles. I mean, no matter how bad things may seem, there are people out there to reach out to.
Yeah.
So please make sure to do so. That's.
Please.
Yeah, I don't know how else to really follow that up. So I think what we're going to do is, since that's pretty much everything on the not as good news scale, I think we're going to take a little bit of an early respite here, kind of reset and get things in a little bit more even keel spirit here, because we have the Money in the Bank pay-per-view coming up tomorrow. We've got to talk about that, get our predictions starting to go wrong. We've got some talk from the Fox Sports CEO. Little interesting note regarding SmackDown moving to Fox coming up in this fall. Also, we'll talk a little bit of the Saudi shoehorn. Yeah, see?
And also, we're going to talk about another TV company.
Another TV deal. I have
back
that
in
next
business?
up here. Yep, back in business, exactly. And, well, I'm going to put this in the medium to positive because there was another health scare.
Yeah.
But thankfully it is just a scare, at least from all reports that we've seen here. So we'll get to the bottom of that and a whole bunch more. Plus, we've got Ed from Northeast Philly. We'll get to him right on the other side here to look at the local scene as well. All that and more here on Pro Wrestling Weekly on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Lee Piccarello inviting you to tune in every Friday morning at 8 a.m. to The Head Game, a must-listen show for athletes and coaches of all levels and ages. Mindful Athlete Training in Newtown, Pennsylvania is a mental circuit training program that prepares the athletes to perform at the highest level of today's game. Athletes get into the zone faster and stay there longer. Tune in every Friday morning at 8 a.m. right here on WBCB 1490 AM and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.
Right now, Doctors Without Borders medical teams are operating in some of the most remote and dangerous corners of the world. When front yards become front lines, at the crossroads of conflict and epidemic, where there are no hospitals, that's where we operate. Your response is critical to our response in places where few others will go. That's where we operate. Learn more at doctorswithoutborders.org.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
Looking for examples of education excellence? Go to where the success begins. Public schools across Pennsylvania. This is the place where the stories begin. In the classrooms and hallways, labs and libraries, in stadiums and on stages. The power of today's public education is behind the camera or in front, at the soundboard or the whiteboard. Singing, solving, building, creating. Join the success story. The public schools of Pennsylvania. Success starts here.
Go to successstartshere.org, sponsored by the PA School Boards Association.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
What script? We got rid of it, remember?
Yeah, oh yeah, you crumbled it up. Wait, no. It's in the waste bucket. I don't know why I just called it a waste bucket. I've been watching too much British television.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
No, sorry, that's the rubbish bin. It's in the
Where most of your jokes go.
Yes. Yes.
That still brings a smile to Twitch's face here in studio. All these years later, months later.
Yeah, it was months. It was this year.
I think it was like back in November or something.
Maybe last year then.
Yeah, maybe
all
late
this
last year.
year later.
All these months ago.
Many, many moons.
Yes, this is Pro Wrestling Weekly. At least I think it is here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you alongside Twitch and Mitch.
Ayo.
Oh, Razor Ramon.
Okay, Mitch Hall over here. Sure. All right, we'll go with that.
Does that mean I'm Twitch Nash?
Well,
I'd rather not be.
you'd rather not be big. Never mind.
Big twitchy cool.
Yeah, that works too. We'll go with that.
Oh, what a save!
Yeah.
And you thought, and you still think I'm capable of making you use the dump button?
No.
Oh, we both know that's not true.
Is that true? No, it's not true. Double negative?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, something that we will hopefully prove positive here is a look at the local scene, courtesy of Ed from Northeast Philly. Ed, welcome to Pro Wrestling Weekly.
Good afternoon. That's a shame about Ashley.
Yeah, and Silver King. I mean, it's I mean, you hate to see things like that go down. It's one of those things where death is a part of life, but you hope not to see them in really either of those facets.
I was hoping that was fake news, but it's not.
No, that's once WWE confirms these things, that's usually the benchmark, because there is a lot, and it's good that you brought that up, Ed. There is a lot of stuff that is thrown out there on Twitter that is either unverified or unpropagated or uncouth or some combination of all three.
That Tony fellow I was talking about earlier.
Yes,
his death was reported, and it was a it was a sham. I think last week. Yeah,
I didn't hear about that. I guess it was.
We'll tell you during the break.
Okay.
She was supposed to be on that StarCast next weekend.
Oh, jeez. Huh, I did not know that. Or at least I couldn't remember that. There's so much going on with StarCast, and we'll get a little bit more into that coming up here.
But 3/4 of the horsemen will be there at that StarCast in another state, in Las Vegas.
I'm not. Yeah, I mean they'll be in Nevada. I don't believe they'll be in any other state. I mean, I don't think it's like the '80s anymore, where they can certainly be in.
You know what? I'm so glad you made that joke instead of me, because I would have been blunt, and you just.
I just kind of led
professionalism
people along. Yep.
You have the professionalism. I have the rage.
You also have the drawing, sketching, and coloring.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, Mitch. Wow. Way to contribute to the show. In that, wow. Okay. I see how it is. Let's see how it is. Okay. No, it's cool. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all gonna be fine.
Oh, my God. Okay.
You are to blame for this, Fearon. If you hadn't called me out so many darn times, wouldn't have rubbed off on him.
I see you have a pest problem. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
We do.
I guess I'll have to call termite proofing and pest control, like in the break there.
I thought I'd take a shot at that.
There you go.
Oh, no, why not? Everyone's going to take a shot at Twitch today. It's cool. It's fine. Awesome. I can handle it. I have thick skin.
Sorry about that, Twitch.
You should be.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Getting back to the lineup. KCW this afternoon, or tonight in Darby, Pennsylvania. It's called Keystone Chaos, starting at 6 p.m. at the Darby Rec Center. And Conor Kong and Breaker Murray is on the card.
That should certainly be a goodie, to say the least here.
Also in Williamstown, New Jersey, at 8 p.m. tonight at the H2O Center, they'll have in Death Wars. I think that might be a tournament style.
Probably. Who's the promotion running that? Is it H2O?
Yeah, H2O.
Okay, because I know a few different promotions run out of that center. On Point Wrestling and a few other. I was going to say there's a Survival of the Sickest, I believe.
Jeff Cannonball, Bulldogs and Matt Tremont, and Notorious Inc. of Devin Moore and Drew Blood.
Oh, nice. Devin Moore, CZW alumnus. Main evented the most Cages of Death.
The Icons is coming also to Philadelphia on June 8th.
Yes, Icons of Wrestling and Collector Fest.
Yeah, for those who haven't recovered, it should be a long weekend for those who haven't recovered from watching the Saudi shoehorn the day before.
They just added Doink and Dink to the card, or the convention, and
who's gonna be? Oh my, Rugged Ronnie Garvin. Ooh.
Somebody must have heard us talking about that last week. And they added him, I guess.
Apparently we have influence like that. Yeah, I mean, so far set up here, it looks like, Bret Hart, the Great Muta.
Muta's going to be there? Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is Saturday, June 8th from 9 to 3. Scott Hall, Harley Race, Vic Joseph, Mike Rome, Johnny Impact, the Lucha Brothers.
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart's going to be there. Billy Gunn, Rich Swann.
Wow.
Medusa, Joey Ryan.
Wow.
Yeah, there's Scarlett Bordeaux from WrestlePro.
The Luchas.
Wow.
Phoenix and
I couldn't resist, I'm sorry.
Of course you couldn't.
It was for the comedic effect, Fearon.
Yes, absolutely.
Have you seen her boyfriend? He is terrifying.
Whose boyfriend?
Scarlett's. Killer Cross from Lucha Underground and AAA and Impact.
I forgot about that.
He is ginormous.
Well, that certainly would explain a thing or two.
And Chubby Dunny's going to be at another convention in Rhode Island that weekend, too. So you won't see him with Bill Abner there.
Yeah, there's so much going on in just such a short period of time.
You going to do a remote from there?
I don't believe that is in the cards. At least, there's. I know there's a lot going on here at the station as well, so I'd have to. Yeah, there's a lot of clearance and things I would have to go through, and I think at this point, just a couple of weeks away, I don't think that is realistically in the cards. But I'm sure I'll.
Sometime down the line.
Yeah, it was actually, there was somebody else who was suggesting about it, but no, I think there's...
we were at the first Icons at the arena, weren't we?
A while ago, yeah.
Yeah, it was like the very first one they did at the arena, I thought.
Quite possibly. I mean, I'll admit, there's been a lot that I've done in the last 10 years, and it's all starting to meld together and blur together in my mind.
That was the weekend that Mahoney passed away.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
I think
goodness.
That was maybe 3 years ago then.
Yeah. Where does the time go?
It goes by too fast.
You ain't kidding.
And that's about it.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday Twitch was here at a ripe young age of 15. Now he's like
21.
He's 21 going on 38.
It's just my master's degree in being 34.
I needed a second for that to soak in. Apparently I needed more than a second. Yeah. There are a lot of things that go over my head even with the afro.
More just grazes through it. Is it the wind blowing? No, it's just another reference.
That was good. All right, I as much as I slag on you, that was a good one.
Thank you.
Well played.
See you next weekend.
Alrighty, yeah, we'll catch up next week for a Memorial Day madness and a little double or nothing preview.
Ah, yes.
Because that will be going on later that evening, all part of the StarCast weekend. No, we definitely will not be in Vegas for that.
No.
Although, it's been a while since I've been to Vegas. I would not mind going back.
I've never been to Vegas.
For you, it's probably safer that way. There's a lot of stimuli out there.
I don't really have the desire to go to Vegas for fun, to be fair. But if it was wrestling, it'd be different.
Fair enough. Alrighty. In other news, let's keep things a little bright here. Courtesy of our good friend John Paul Young, one of the chart toppers. That's right. Yes, love is indeed in the air as WWE stars Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch revealing via social media.
And also angering the internet a lot.
Yes.
Was that spicy? That the reactions to that.
Oh yes, revealing that they are dating. Who would have thought that it would anger so many people?
Oh, like you had a chance. And not you as in Fearon, I mean you as in the internet fans.
Oh, it's just various, depending on who you were into, either having a thing for Becky or having a thing for Seth.
Yeah.
Or maybe both. Why not? I don't know.
Hey, it's 2019.
Exactly.
We don't judge. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Good old Twitch R over here.
Yeah.
But yes, WWE.com running a story on the couple revealing their relationship via Instagram. Rollins had posted a picture of he and Lynch sharing a kiss following Rollins' defeat of Brock Lesnar to win the Universal Championship at WrestleMania 35, captioning, "I guess I'm allowed to post this now," and then
tagging Lynch.
Yeah, tagging or adding her, as I guess people saying, don't at me, bro, or come. I don't know.
Yeah.
All the internet terms and things. So yeah, here's the question though: how far are we away from the battle of the power couples? Like, somewhere down the line, maybe a SummerSlam thing, maybe even Royal Rumble next year, a mixed tag match between Rollins and Lynch against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
That would be interesting, but I don't know. It would have been great to see Rollins and Lynch versus Nikki and Cena, but unfortunately,
well, not all love is meant to last, I suppose.
Yep.
No. All right, that the point's gotten across with that. We'll get that on out of here. It was still entertaining.
It was.
It's a nice
Say it wasn't.
Yeah. Now, getting to some other news here. Now, you'd alluded to it earlier, so I guess now's a good time to bring it on in here. So it's been speculated for a while, but it was made official this past Wednesday. Warner Media, known back in the day as Time Warner,
Billionaire Ted, at it again.
Announced that it is partnering with All Elite Wrestling to give fans a new wrestling experience for the first time in 20 years. I guess they forgot about 2000 and 2001, and I can't say as I blame them.
Yes.
Warner Media and AEW.
They pulled a dark helmet from Spaceballs. Fast forward through this part. In fact, never show this part again.
Exactly. Warner Media and AEW together will build this powerhouse sporting league from the ground up and will begin airing weekly matches later this year.
October, I think they were slated for, right?
Oh, I'm reading off of the press release. With this league, AEW is introducing a new generation of wrestlers to fans, offering fun, gripping, and authentic athletic matches that will make wrestling more accessible to a broad audience.
Yeah. Joey Janela, MJF, who I'm extremely happy for. He's he's very good at what he does on in terms of being a bad guy, but he's a stand-up guy, outside of wrestling. And always remembers the people that he's crossed paths with, which is surprising in certain people's regard. And that person being me.
Careful, you're going to make MJF like Ronnie McDowell. You're going to ruin his bad reputation. Little country reference.
Well, I'm sure.
I'm
sure he's like Joan Jett. He doesn't give a darn about his reputation.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Well played.
Thank you.
Warner Media will utilize its position as a next-generation global media company to build this league into a global pro wrestling franchise. Later this year, Warner Media will provide exclusive multi-platform access for fans to watch AEW events, airing live weekly matches on TNT in prime time,
if you will,
as well as streaming them through Warner Media's BR Live and on pay-per-view. Yeah, I hate to, no, forget it, I don't hate to use the cliche, but they're going all in this case.
It's not really a cliche, more of a pun.
Yeah, that too.
They're going double or nothing.
Well, that's next week.
Yeah.
A leading digital sports enterprise, BR Live's high fan engagement will provide an invaluable opportunity to build AEW's audience. Now, part of the press release that jumped out at me, it says, focused on producing fast-paced, high-impact competitions, AEW offers fans less scripted, soapy drama and more athleticism and real sports analytics. Bringing a legitimacy to wrestling that it has not previously had.
Right.
Wrestlers will also be given more freedom to explore their characters and highlight their athletic abilities.
Right.
Introducing statistics to wrestling for the first time ever, AEW will raise the stakes for its matches.
Mike Tenay, Mauro Ranallo, they like to introduce statistics. Fearon Burgundy, I hear that guy does a stand-up job at providing statistics for the MFPW.
He's a pretty number guy.
Yes.
Enough out of you. Joking, obviously. God.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the spilling of your markers. Or, oh, hi, markers.
Oh, you pulled that.
Oh, stop it. You have some nerve, child. You have... Stop. No. Do not deflect onto me, Fearon. Do not deflect. Yes, my marker spilled out over the table. I'm still contributing to this show. Very, very nicely, I might add. You look like you're about to say something, Mitch. I would advise against that strongly.
No, I was just about to laugh.
What did I just say? Frustrated isn't the gosh darn word for it. You know it. I know it. Gorilla Monsoon in the back knows it. So much injustice in this place. I've had it up to here.
We've got Twitch Heart in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It's like St. Patrick's Day all over again. Wow. I'm going to finish this, and then we're going to take care of a few bits of business here.
Oh, why don't we? We're on.
So, yeah, introducing statistics to wrestling for the first time ever in terms of consistently kept statistics. It's one thing for Tenay to throw out facts and potent potables and things of that nature.
And quotables?
No, not so much of those.
Chew your gum. Okay, I will.
But it's another thing to kind of have keeping track of things like win-loss record and having that reflect, and that's more of what they're talking about here. AEW will raise the stakes for its matches and deepen fan engagement by tracking each competitor's wins and losses as the wrestlers pursue championships, analyzing their moves, assessing damage to their opponents, and providing insights into their winning streaks.
Are you saying that wins and losses in wrestling actually matter?
It's going to an AEW.
What a concept.
That's what they're... Yeah, that's something that, while even Burgundy dabbles with, there's a lot more to it than that. There's a lot more than one individual can be as a sole statistician.
But you are one of the best, in my humble opinion.
Okay, with the marker spilling, there must have been a little bit of brown that got on your nose.
Wow.
Now, the only
the
only details left out of the press release are the debut date and what night the show will air. Now, Wednesday has been heavily rumored due to TNT's NBA broadcast schedule, but there's been a lot of preliminary talk about Tuesdays to fill the vacancy left by SmackDown's move in October from Tuesday to Friday.
Yeah, and that would be a total power play move.
It would, but I think we're all kind of in agreement. Let's hope that they don't do what TNA did and try to go head-to-head with Monday Night Raw and do a Monday night.
No, I think they'd be I think it's a lot better of a statement to make that they'd be going Tuesday nights immediately after SmackDown moves to Fridays.
So that way you can garner that audience who's used to watching wrestling on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, and it's almost like them pulling a Falcon from Captain America and being like, on your left. That's an Avengers reference for a few people. Yeah, you got that one. I appreciate that, Mitch.
Again, like the penny one, it took a second to register.
You could have just said you got it.
I know.
You know. Then why didn't you do it?
I should have.
Yeah, you should have.
Why are you both whispering? All right, well, we're going to work on figuring out the volumes here, and we're going to come back and get into Money in the Bank as well as a whole bunch of other things here, including another bit of TV talk here, as well as the Saudi shoehorn and a few other things. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Energy costs are skyrocketing. Now's the time to upgrade your old heater and air conditioning systems to more efficient units to save on your utility bills. Harris Comfort can also handle all your propane needs, as well as providing sales and service on whole house generators. Harris Comfort is still family owned and has been serving our area for over 60 years, providing sales, service, installation, and peace of mind. Call 215-788-4596 or go to harriscomfort.com. Harris Comfort, still family and still local.
Join former Phillies pitcher Ricky Bottalico and Tommy Green along with host John Brazier for the Baseball Insider Show presented by SEPTA this and every Sunday prior to Phillies baseball. For guest and location information, visit WBCB1490.com. It's the Baseball Insider Show presented by SEPTA this Sunday prior to Phillies baseball right here on 1490 WBCB and video stream live on Facebook and at WBCBsports.com.
Join the fun with placing bets on your favorite sports. Bet at Parks Casino, South Philadelphia Racing Sportsbook, and Oaks Racing Sportsbook. All the best ways to bet. Spread, money line, totals, props, parlays, and teasers. Plus, use your mobile bet slip builder to see real-time sports odds from anywhere. Plan your bet in advance. Get in the action on basketball and hockey playoffs, baseball, plus golf and tennis majors, and much more. Bet with the best. Pennsylvania's #1 casino, Parks Casino, and the South Philadelphia and Oaks Racing Sportsbooks. Must be 21. Gambler. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Bucks County Community Foundation is holding a fundraiser for 22-year veteran Middletown police officer Dave Struthers. Dave's battling stage 4 colon cancer. He's a graduate of Pennsbury and an Army veteran. This fundraiser is being held Wednesday, May 31st, 7 to 11 p.m. at Heritage Hall, 2445 New Falls Road. $50 ticket will include beer, buffet, and music. There's a cash bar available, too. To purchase your tickets, contact Robin Kemmerer at 215-949-0810.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, May 18th. On this date in 1997, WCW held its Slam pay-per-view. In the main event, Kevin Green, Ric Flair, and Roddy Piper defeated Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Syxx in a 6-man tag team match. On this date in 1998, WWF Monday Night Raw aired live from Nashville, Tennessee. In the main event, Steve Austin fought Gerald Briscoe and Pat Patterson to a no contest in a 2-on-1 handicap match. On this date in 2003, WWE held its Judgment Day pay-per-view. In the main event, Brock Lesnar defeated The Big Show in a stretcher match to retain the WWE Championship. On this date in 2008, WWE held its Judgment Day pay-per-view. In the main event, Triple H pinned Randy Orton in a steel cage match to retain the WWE Championship. This has been Today in Wrestling History, May 18th.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry here with you alongside Twitch and Mitch.
Yay.
And, well, we've got a few things to get into. We were talking a little bit about it regarding SmackDown and the TV moves and everything. Well, Fox is also talking about it in a pretty big way. Fox Sports CEO Eric Shanks, speaking of about the network adding SmackDown to their lineup on Friday nights beginning in October, during a conference call this past week related to the network's Upfronts events. It's where they preview the upcoming season schedules and whatnot. He said in the conference call, quote, "The WWE joins our schedule at clearly our strongest part of the year when Fox has the highest circulation of any network on television. Being able to have that Thursday through Sunday circulation, it has to have a positive impact on the rest of the week. There's just no question about it." Now, what he means by Thursday through Sunday circulation, he means there's going to be a lot of promotion for SmackDown on other programming this fall, most notably NFL football on Thursday and Sunday, as well as college football games they carry on Saturdays. Plus, you can expect to see some promotion of SmackDown during the Major League Baseball playoffs, as Fox recently renewed its rights deal with MLB, locking up the broadcast of the World Series through 2028.
Essentially, they're saying to AEW and TNT, try us.
To a degree. I mean, this was all in the works before AEW was even, this was pre-All In that they were working on this. This was all part of the over $1 billion deal going on over the course of the next 5 years. So yeah, this is it's some buku bucks here. That's all.
Pinky up to the mouth for that one.
Exactly. Well, Dr. Evil style.
Well, yes.
Most certainly. But no, I mean, it's something that has been said pretty much ad nauseum here, but why not? We'll say it again here.
It's all about the money. It's all about the money.
Hey.
Yeah, Vince certainly loves that. And something that's certainly going to make them a lot of money is...
Money,
even. Is something coming up in a couple of weeks. We've been calling it the Saudi Shoehorn. They're calling it the Super Showdown.
That was in Australia.
Yeah, well, they're bringing it back. Yeah, they did one in Australia back last autumn.
Huh.
Yeah, but this time around, they've announced 3 matches so far for the shoehorned event here, including a 50-man battle royal.
Okay.
Because they love those.
How's that going to work?
they're going to have to reinforce the ring, of course.
Titus, get better shoes.
Well, it's not going to be like a Royal Rumble, so they'll already be in the ring.
You can still trip on the way to the ring walking. Man, all bets are off when it comes to Titus World Slide.
Titus World Slide. Coming to a... Oh, no, wait, there aren't really that many toy stores anymore. I was going to say that from the makers of Slip and Slide, Titus World Slide.
Ordered off of Amazon.
From Blammo.
Wow. That was a reference.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. Also on the card, Triple H versus Randy Orton.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we got to harken to the past. And then this one is one of those...
It's not Orton versus Cena. It's...
Well, true. I mean, that's what brings it back to the mid-2000s. Like 04, 05.
It was acceptable in 2009.
And 2004.
Yeah.
Apparently. But this one... I'm trying to recall, there may have been once where it did happen, but this is almost kind of one of those fantasy matchups that's becoming a reality a few years too late. The Undertaker against Goldberg.
It happened in the Royal Rumble a few years
That's right.
ago.
It was the Rumble. I knew. I was like, I know I've seen it before, but it wasn't immediately coming to mind here. So these things happen. But that'll all be also advertised in action. Kofi Kingston, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, AJ Styles, and Brock Lesnar. It'll all air Friday, June 7th from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia at the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium. Also, we were talking a little bit about the analytics and everything for AEW. Cody Rhodes had actually spoken to Variety.com about the company using analytics and noting the emphasis of wins and losses. Noting that, quote, one thing we really strongly want to present is wins and losses mattering again in pro wrestling. That takes more than the W and the L column. We're talking about percentage of time someone loses to this particular maneuver, percentages against somebody of this height, a whole by-the-numbers approach that really intrigues me. So they're almost trying to baseball up professional wrestling in terms of the statistics and numbers. And being a baseball and numbers guy...
It's all about the numbers. It's all about the numbers. It's all... Right.
Yep. He goes on to say, it's not a cornerstone of AEW necessarily, but it's a great peripheral element we're working on, and that's going to be exclusive to us. So, yeah, it's worth giving a look and something kind of intriguing. This move works on a particular opponent, to get a submission, let's say, 73% of the time or something like that. I could see that being a thing. I'm on board with it. Yeah. Now, to dip away for just a moment, there was a health scare Wednesday regarding Hall of Fame wrestler Ric Flair. He was rushed to a Georgia hospital Wednesday morning. TMZ said that the situation was very serious, but the specifics were unclear. Flair's son-in-law, Comrade Thompson, stating on a StarCast 2 conference call that it was a planned medical procedure, but there's conflicting reports all over the place because the internet. Now, late Thursday night, Flair's wife, Wendy Barlow, gave a statement to TMZ regarding the hospital visit. Due to ongoing health complications, Rick was taken to the hospital and is expected to undergo a procedure tomorrow morning, after which he expects to fully recover. But then she posted an Instagram statement saying that Rick's surgery had been postponed till Monday to address some complications that needed to be taken care of first, adding thanks for all the well wishes. So... get well soon to the Nature Boy with everything you've got going on here. Now, we've got mere seconds here to go through the picks, predictions certain to go wrong for Money in the Bank tomorrow night here. So we're going to go ahead and get them going quick here. The pre-show tag match of Daniel Bryan and Rowan, the new Daniel Bryan, versus the Usos.
That's on the pre-show? Okay.
That is on the pre-show. It's a non-title tag team match.
Oh, okay. Bryan and... no, Usos.
Yeah, I think because it's non-title, I'm going with the Usos on this, the challengers, because that way they don't have to win the titles.
Me go Uso.
What?
I don't know.
Oh.
What kind of, I'm guessing that means also Usos? Okay.
Just skip over that.
Me go so too. Okay, got it.
Jar Jar Binks over here.
Very Jar Jar Binks over here. Jar Jar Mitch.
Sagoso.
All right. Raw Women's title, Becky Lynch and Lacey Evans.
Becky.
Okay.
Becky.
Absolutely, Becky.
Okay, I'm different. I'm thinking Lacey gets it here. Seth Rollins and AJ Styles for the Universal Championship.
The fans.
Well, yes, but
Rollins.
I'm agreeing with that.
I'm agreeing with that as well.
All right, Rollins times 3.
Everyone's piggybacking off of me.
All right, Roman Reigns and Elias.
Ooh, Elias. I'm going with. I feel like McMahon's going to cost him the match. Shane McMahon.
I think somehow Roman's going to overcome the odds because Roman Reigns.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Roman Reigns.
Roman, okay. We've got Becky Lynch against Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title because Becky 2 belts. She has both belts.
Becky.
I'm thinking Becky holds on to that one and only has now Becky 1 belt after tomorrow night.
You take that back.
Becky.
All right, Becky times 3. You mentioned Shane McMahon earlier. Shane and The Miz in a steel cage match.
Miz.
As much as I like Shane, I'm going to go with Miz on this one.
Yeah, I was going to say Miz because if he interferes with Reigns and Elias, then Reigns interferes.
Yeah.
For me, The Miz.
Okay, Miz times 3. Samoa Joe and Rey Mysterio for the U.S. title.
Senor Joe.
I'm thinking Joe also.
Joe, I guess.
Joe times 3. Tony Nese and Diavari for the Cruiserweight title.
Nese.
I'm thinking Nese retains.
I guess I'll go with Nice then.
All right, Kofi Kingston and Kevin Owens for the WWE title.
Kofi.
Yeah, I think the Kofi experiment keeps going.
Absolutely Kofi.
All right, now to the... Did I skip one here? I did. Miz and Shane McMahon in the steel cage match.
We already went over.
We did. Oh, that's right. We did. Oh, I wrote it in the wrong spot. That's why. Okay.
Oops.
I'm doing things quickly here. And Sami Zayn, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Ali, Finn Balor, Andrade, and Randy Orton in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
I'm saying either Andrade or McIntyre.
Okay.
Or no, Andrade or Sammy.
All right, you're going Andrade or Zayn. I guess we get 2 picks for this one here.
One from SmackDown, one from Raw. Why not?
Gotcha. Oh, you know what? For the sake of time, because we're already at that point, we'll save those for the internet exclusive on the Facebook fan page.
Yeah.
All right, which means it's time for
Birthdays. Beat him. Nice.
Birthdays.
Awesome.
Right.
No, I won.
He
I
didn't
won.
even point.
Nay,
You didn't even
nay,
point yet.
double nay. I won.
All right.
I won.
That's
All right,
enough
fine, Mr. Faster Hand.
because
in
we've
the
got a
West.
lot here. All right.
Fastest hand
In this
to
date in
you.
1941, Louis Gino Acosella was born. The former WWF Tag Team Champion, better known as Gino Brito, turns 78 today. On this date in 1973, we've got not one but 2 birthdays. Both Kazuhiro Hayashi was born, the former WCW and All Japan Pro Wrestling star known simply as Kaz Hayashi, as well as one Brian Heffron was born, the former ECW and WWF star, as well as Monster Factory trainer known as the Blue Meanie, turns 46 today, as does Kaz Hayashi.
Happy birthday, Meanie.
Now to the Brucey bonuses, and boy, there are a lot. On this date in 1934, Dwayne Bernard Hickman was born. The actor best known for his role as the title character in the CBS sitcom The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis turns 85 today. My goodness. Man, it's certainly getting it working for him. Work! Yeah, little Maynard G. Krebs reference there. On this date in 1937, a lot of these are in Ted's wheelhouse today.
37.
Yeah, Ted, sure getting this one.
Yeah, Brooks Calbert Robinson Jr. was born. The Hall of Fame third baseman for the Baltimore Orioles, nicknamed Mr. Hoover and the human vacuum cleaner due to his defensive skills at the position, he turns 82 today. Yeah, sticking with the diamond, on this date in 1946, Reginald Martinez Jackson was born. The Hall of Fame right fielder for the Athletics, Orioles, Yankees, and Angels, nicknamed Mr. October for his clutch postseason hitting, known better as Reggie Jackson, turned 73 today. On this date in 1948, Joseph Sloan, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this, Bonsall Jr., was born. The longtime tenor of the country and gospel vocal quartet, the Oak Ridge Boys, turned 71 today.
Philly native.
Yeah, Philly native as well. Sticking with country, on this date in 1952, George Harvey Strait Sr. was born. The man known as the King of Country with his 45 different country #1 hits turned 60 overall, but yeah, just on the Billboard country charts, 45, turned 67 today. On this date in 1970, Tina Fey from Saturday Night Live and 30 Rock was born. And on this date in 1983, Vince Young, who infamously referred to the 2011 Philly team as the Dream Team, he is 36 today, and it's time for Nutsy.
1 o'clock in All's Way.
Serving you better than ever before.